My name is Julian Miranda. I'm the middle brother of the three brothers that own and operate this facility. They started it back in 2020. At the time, I was still working in the medical cannabis industry and kind of wanted to ride that wave a little bit longer. But towards the beginning or end of 2022, beginning of 23, my brother's business started picking up a lot. And I figured, hey, let me go hang up one green hat for another. And so I've pretty much just been filling in any gaps that they need help with, whether it's helping with sales, helping with delivery, helping with our education outreach program, where we actually work with several local elementary schools. We provide their classes grow kit activities, so that way the students can actually experience firsthand not only growing something, but also harvesting it and eating it within a 10-day period, and just introducing students, in elementary school to agriculture and also the concept of indoor agriculture. So again, Jordan is pretty much we're very fortunate to have him. He is an extremely skilled and very structured manager, especially when it comes to plant organization and running a plant facility. I think that comes from our experience working in a medical cannabis environment here in Florida, where we are responsible for tens of thousands of square footage of medical cannabis canopy space. And again, a big thing that we took away from that experience was when you're operating at a certain scale and you're also producing something intended for human consumption, cleanliness and organization along every step of the process is extremely, extremely important, and one that you do not want to cut corners on or take shortcuts on. Being very thorough and what's the word I'm looking for? Diligent, I guess, just really sticking to it and having that vision and mindset from the beginning, I think helps kind of curb any potential headaches that we might face in the future and allows us to operate smoothly. Expect the unexpected and just buckle up for the ride, and I think more emphasis on that second part. Again, working in the cannabis industry, it was a very high growth environment. The company that we worked for grew so rapidly. We were drinking from a fire hydrant, so we feel very blessed for that experience and fortunate for that experience. And now that we're running our own business, we've actually been very fortunate. While it's not as explosive growth as the cannabis space, we are still experiencing a lot of growth. And again, I think tying back to some of those topics that we talked about earlier, being organized, being clean, and taking this seriously and understanding that what we're producing is going to be consumed by the end user and going to be ingested by them. And so that's something that we take really seriously, and are just always excited to figure out ways that we can improve and stay ahead of any potential issues down the line. And so just keeping an open mind to everything and new opportunities. Check out Legacy Greens. We're a small local microgreen farm here in Tallahassee, Florida, started in 2020. And we're going to be expanding our operation next year, and we're going to be beginning to grow hydroponic lettuce, which we're very excited about. It's going to be kind of new for us, but we think that if we approach it the same way as we did with microgreens, we'll have tremendous success, and we can't wait for that. So, thanks.
This work is supported by a USDA Food Safety Outreach Program project in support of increased education and understanding in hydroponics and aquaponics operations. For more information, visit go.uvm.edu/ponics.